DJ Dumper asking, Pioneer CDJ 3000s versus Denon SC 6000. Do you think that Pioneer is on a declining where Denon is uprising? No, I don't think so. I think there's a kind of a lot of talk about something declining, but it's not happening anywhere. Every single club has the Pioneer. Every single festival has the Pioneer. So I don't see that declining. I see a lot of bad mouthing about software, Pioneer software and stuff like that. But I know that every DJ I know would not change their Pioneer for Denon anyways. And you asked me last night if I tried the Denon SC 6000, and I tried them. I just don't like them. It's my style, and they might be best for you, but it's not what I like. And it's mostly a feeling. For example, people like, why do you like this mixer? Why do you like this and that? It's how it feels when I do exactly this. Or exactly this, how much resistance the button has. I just like this equipment. I freaking love it. So there might be like a cooler feature on some other equipment, but for me it's all about the feeling, the touch. And I freaking love Pioneer for that. They have the right touch for me, but that doesn't mean you should use Pioneer instead of Denon or instead of Numark and instead of anything else. What you should use is what you find best. Because the audience, if you stand at the club and you're playing 500 people, nobody cares what you're playing on. Not a single one cares what you are playing on. They just want good music out of their speakers. That's it. They really don't care. There might be two DJ dickheads down there standing like this saying, oh, how can he play on that small, cheap controller? He's not even using Pioneer. But fuck them. It's not about them. It's about the people on the dance floor. Play however you want, with however equipment you want. And just because Tiesto says, I'm going to do this and use this and that, or Laidback Luke says, I'm going to use this and that, you don't have to follow that. You should do whatever you find best. Trouble is, in Denmark and in most countries, this right here, CDJ 3000 or 2000, and Pioneer mixer, this is standard equipment. We can have it right here on the camera. Oh, there we go. This is the standard setup, these three things. So this is so easy, just plugging in your USB stick and playing. No laptop, no anything. You can play 2 hours. Next DJ can put in USB stick over here. You can take yours out. And the workflow is so much easier just using this equipment as it is. But you can play however you want. So I've been head of DJing at many clubs here in Denmark. I always told my crowd, I would really recommend you guys playing with the USB sticks because it's easier. Also, when you start doing those festivals and stuff, you don't want to be a hassle because you are a little bit of a hassle if you come there with your laptop and all your cables just to play 45-minute set at something like Gadefest here in Denmark, like an outdoor festival we have. You are just a little bit of a hassle. Learn to play the sticks. It's so much easier. But yeah, there are some features I can't use and stuff. That's tough. That's tough luck because I also use, for example, stems here in my studio, and I can't use that when I'm gonna play festival in 2 weeks. But you know what? Then again, it's about what comes out the speakers. Then I just must be smarter, prepare my acapellas, prepare my stuff like I want it. So yeah, that's a little bit about equipment and my feelings on the equipment. So welcome everybody, we're doing Q&A today. So now we got a question from Just Eat Plants. Hi Janus. Question, just in general, how is the revenue on the channel? Is there any progress, any news regarding new Twitch rules about DJing and streaming? That's the big question. I need something to drink on that one. Cheers in the chat room. Oh yes, Shannon K also only booking people that Shannon knows. Same goes for me. Back when I was a club booking DJs at the clubs. Or at least some of my friends needed to know them. Jump Jumpy, thank you on the resub. 25 yons a month, Jump Jumpy. Camille, thank you on the 200 bits. Okay, so let's go to revenue. If you look around the different DJs on Twitch, I think most DJs the last 8, 9, 10 months has declined a little bit in viewers. That being said, viewers doesn't really matter when it comes to income, because you see streamers with 120 viewers on average making a lot of money, and you see streamers with 2,000 people on average not making as much money as the one with 100. So it depends on having the crowd that really want to help you out as a streamer, having a cool crowd in that kind of way. So that being said, numbers on viewers, I don't think you can just like, okay, this person makes a lot of money because they have a lot of viewers and this one doesn't. When it comes to my personal income, when new mixtape. When it comes to me personally, I haven't gone down. I have stayed the same. Last year, we had the 2,121 subscribers in average the whole year. 2,100. And this year, we are right now at 2,800. I see we are less than right now, but we had a crazy good January and February. We were on 3,500 in January. So it's actually better here on this channel than we ever were. This year has been the best year so far when it comes to income. And actually my viewer count has been going down like 50 persons as well a month in average. So even though viewers gone down a bit, you guys deliver.
Such a shame that I feel this way. A feeling you just can't perceive.
And if you want to ask me if I make what I made as a club DJ in Denmark compared to what I make here on Twitch, because I know that's a question I'm going to get anyways. Jago Speed Radio, thank you for 12 months. Thank you. I make more here on Twitch when we are over 1,800 subs. So around 1,800 subs, and then I know exactly how many bits I normally get when I have 1,800 subs. But that's like the place where it does this for me. And I used to get a lot of money playing the clubs because I've been nominated and I won the award of Best Club DJ in Denmark. In 2017, I won that award. So I've been one of the more expensive club DJs. And even though I've been one of the expensive club DJs, I make more on Twitch. But I could also go, for example, and play weddings every weekend, play private parties every weekend, and only corporate events. And then this number would maybe be, as the point doing this would be maybe 2,800 or something like that. Because being a club DJ is not it's not the place to get the money. It's not where you're gonna get the big money, unless you're playing like a crazy big club like Ministry of Sound and stuff like that. We don't have clubs like that in Denmark. There's no club like that. So normal club salary in Denmark would be, for me back in the days, $500, $600, $700 for playing at a club for a night. But then the problem is I can only play at the clubs Friday and Saturday in Denmark. It's not open Monday. There's no clubs open on Monday or Tuesday. And Thursday, normally the Danish clubs are only like half open, so salary will be less on Thursdays as well. Nowadays, I can go out on a Monday here with you guys, and I can make the same amount of money as I did on a Saturday at the club. But now I can use my Saturday with friend and family once in a while, which I couldn't back in the days, because if I took just one Saturday free every month, that's only 4 Saturdays every month, right? So if I did that every month, that would be 25% of my income almost gone. So you're very bound up when you're doing club gigs compared to being here on Twitch. So yet another reason why I'm here. Noah Wolverine, thank you for 7 months. Thank you. Hey Safri, hey Noah. Snakkekris, så mig i Legoland i dag. Jeg har været i Legoland hele dagen. I've been to Legoland all day with my wife and kids. Been a hot day. DJ Luke, thank you on the 200 bits. We got a hype train. Hey Krabs. Krabs is one of my friends out there, real life club DJ. He asked if I tried doing a Twitch on the clubs. That's the question, right? If I tried bringing it to the club. I tried it only a few times. But of course, there's no hype. There's nothing to like. If I don't talk to you guys in the chat room, there is like, why should we pay this guy? He's just standing there playing for a crowd and we can look in on that. It doesn't really give me anything. It doesn't give you guys anything. And it takes away a little bit of the focus on the crowd. And when I play a crowd, festival or clubs, they pay me to do the best I can. And that is going to go down 5-10% if I need to check, is the stream still going? What are people saying in the stream and stuff? So I rather not mix it up too much. I will do it once in a while just for fun. But I will actually try to hold it down a bit. Because there's not a big point in it. And if you want to hear me without microphone doing club sets, I have a lot of stuff on Mixcloud and other social platforms. See you guys, thank you for 48 months, level 2 hype train. If you just arrived, this is a talking stream today, so not music like normal. So come back tomorrow if you're not into talking about DJing. What? So first she's asking, how do you best transition songs that are different in BPM? What? That's a good question. I'm gonna show you, I think. Let's find 2 songs that are very different in tempo. Good, now I'm ready for that question, but I think we're gonna look into a little bit about the equipment before we take the question, so you guys that don't know anything about DJing understands a little bit better what I'm actually doing here. Okay, so here we got the mixer. This is where the input signals come from the music you're playing. This is a music source. This is a music source. Both of these music sources going into the mixer. And this is channel 2. This over here is channel 3. Right now music comes from channel 4. That player over here. And we do that so I can still work on this right here. So there's a mixer and there's different music sources. That's how it works. And on the mixer, you change the volume, the sound of the different music sources, and you mix them together. So we got a song here going.
It's too loud in the city.
We can put a filter on that song, high and low pass filter. Sounds like this.
He was wrong. Got these scars, but I think they're pretty. Been high since last
You often use that filter in a mix. Then we got bass, mid, and highs.
Never seems to change. Love through every shade of gray.
And you will also use that in a mix
It's hard to find
to blend as pretty as possible. So now I found a song over here on this player that's 109 BPMs. That means that if you clap, you're gonna clap 109 times in a minute. That's the tempo, beat per minute, 109. Goes like this. And over here, I got a song that's 126.9 BPMs. Well, that's way faster. So if I mix those two without changing the tempo so they're not aligned, it's going to be like this. Big fat mess, right? So we need to change the tempos to do the mix, or at least if we're going to beat mix. So right over here, we can take 109 now on this player as well. So now we took the tempo down over here. So we go to the end of this song here, and we're going to do the mix.
When my voice goes through the rest of the microphone that I am holding, copywritten lyrics so they can't be stolen if they are stacked. Don't need the police to try to save them. Your voice is cheap, so please stay on my back, or I will attack, and you don't want that.
So now you can hear the highs over here. There are a lot of highs. So we're going to bring down the highs on this one. So you mainly hear the highs from this one and the rest are from this one over here. So now you can see in a moment the bass comes here. So we're going to swap the bass when bass comes in. So now we need to get up in the right tempo over here. So now there's an echo. While echo is going down, so there I did a transition from 1.9 to 126. Thanks for the hype train, everybody. Thank you so much. Today is not about hype trains and stuff like that. It's just educating. That was one way to do it. Let's try another way. What you can also do is you can use the sync button. So now we're going to tell this over here to be the master. It decides the tempo. This one now decides the tempo. This one just a slave. So see, they put the tempo together. That's pretty cool as well, right? Now I can turn it up and down here just to make some fun. When I turn it up and down, maybe do the filter more and more to take it away. Okay, but maybe we want to do it a little bit like I did in the old days where we couldn't do all this stuff. We're going to do what we call a cut mix. So we're going to find the place this song actually starts. That's the place it starts. So let's go over to this one here. We're going to take it down to the tempo it had. We can just do it like that. Just to wait till the song is over, start the next one. Cut mix. But actually we call it a cut mix because you normally cut it down and just start the next one. More like this. If you want to refine that a little bit, make it a bit cooler, you can do something called vinyl speed adjust here that decides when you press pause how slow the song is going to end here. So we put that pretty large so it takes a big while, like vinyl, to stop, like when you turned on the power of a vinyl player back in the days. And if you want to make it even more like cool, you put on a little echo in the end. This here is where you can turn on and off some echo. So let's have a listen here. So there's a few ways of mixing. Slow to fast. Another crazy trick you can do, if it's really slow to fast, let me show you that. So now we have a really slow song here. It's 100 and let's make it down to 100. That's tempo 100. And now we want to go from 126 to 100. So we're going to go from the high tempo to the low tempo. What you can actually do that some girl didn't know about when she did a festival earlier this summer, that's another story, is you can halven the tempo here, half of 126. So what's half of 126? That must be 63, right? So let's go down, find tempo 63 here. Right there. So now we can actually mix half tempo in this one here. And the reason why I'm going to do this now, taking high tempo and going into this, is if you go from high to low tempo, you will feel a little bit of a downer. It will be a little bit like, DJ, come on, why are you putting down the tempo? But if I'm going from 126 to 63, do the mix, and then take it up to 100, you get that feeling of, ooh, tempo is rising, even though you were actually way higher tempo just before. But let me show you and see if you can feel it as well, how you can do a fast mix here from fast to slow without ruining it all. How you feel this song was faster than the other one? But you can also just take it down here. Let's find the start again. Compared to if I did like this is like the downer feel. So there's a lot of ways to like playing around with doing these. I also have a pretty cool thing here up here called a chaos pad. And what the chaos pad, for example, can do is this effect. So you could also use that effect, for example, if we go back to this here. So now we're back to this place. And we can do that swoosh effect. And we're going to set the swoosh effect to same tempo as down here, 128. And then we're going to go to the end of the slow song here. Hey, Patrick. So DJ Dumbo asking, what's your favorite music style? It's exactly what you're hearing right now. Good house music. All kinds of house music. That's my favorite. With that being said, I love all kinds of music. I think there's good music in all genres, actually. But my favorite is good house music. Speed Monster, Ginyo, thank you for the follows, both of you. Hey Hopscott. Hey Gimli. Hey Emilio. Hey Crazy Ink. Walking and looking.
Hush that child and don't cry. Your folks might understand you by and by.
Patrick Rich is one of the most cool DJs of the States on the 9 months of subbing. Thank you, Patrick. He says, I woke up and saw the promo for this on Instagram. So excited to sit back and learn. I'm pretty sure I can learn a freaking lot from Patrick as well. But actually, I learn every time I do these QnAs. It's been almost a year since we did the last. It gets me thinking of a lot of stuff. So thanks everybody for joining. By the way, almost 200 people here. And also check out my homie Patrick. So we got Trampe asking, I am getting married in 3 months and I have hired a DJ to come and play for us that night. Do you have any advice for me to make sure we utilize the DJ for the party correctly? I haven't been to many private parties, blah, 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 where the DJ is. Yeah, I know what you mean. That's a fine question, and it's all about communication, right? If the DJ is sucks, most of the time it's because communication wasn't right, or maybe he just sucks. So first of all, I would recommend you to find a DJ that you heard about, that some of your friends can vouch for, because to be honest, there's a lot of crap DJs out there that, in my opinion, aren't even DJs. Sorry to say, but that's my opinion. It just is, and it's so bad having a private party ruined because of that. So if it's all about finding the cheapest one, I think you're going to have a hard time finding a good one. But find somebody with recommendations, especially recommendations from people that you know, and then have some good communication. And don't say, I like dance music or I like this and that. Be more specific so he knows what you mean. So like, we don't like Summer of 69. It's too cheesy for us. Same goes for this and that. Then he knows, okay, that is not your kind of crowd. Because you might as well have said, we only want stuff like Opus, Life is Life, Summer of 69, and I want to dance with somebody. Okay, then I know this is going to be an easy night. Banger, banger, banger. So all about the communication there. And using specific tracks is a good way to, like, not to tell a person to play specific tracks, but just name 5-6 tracks when you are talking about a genre or stuff you can dance to or whatever you would hear from a client. We need to be more specific to really understand each other, especially when we don't know each other. So yeah, that's also a way. So Emilio asking, how do you mash up live? So some of the mashups I do, it just runs in my head live. When I hear this beat, I hear some vocals from another song maybe. It just goes on in my mind and I just do it. And sometimes it's prepared. I know songs that work well together. But they need to fit each other a little bit in tempo and, most important, fit each other in key. Key is the tone, which the tones used within a song. They need to match each other, otherwise it would often sound bad. You can mix out of key sometimes and it will actually sound great. Most of the time, very important mixing in key. And right up here you can see it says 10A. That's the key of this song. And I use the Camelot wheel. That's easier when it comes to keys. So if we wanna put some other vocals on this one, we need to find some songs in 10A. Let's try doing that. So here we got my record box. We want to find songs in 10A around tempo 128. Okay, let's take all songs and sort them a little bit.
Just move on toward your destination. Though you may find from time to time complication. Just move on.
So now we want them in BPM range, tempo range, 3% plus or minus. So now they are down there, right here, all my songs in 10A in almost the same tempo. What I often would do is I'm gonna sort these songs by how many times I played them. Because if I play the song many times, it's good.
Child, and don't cry. Your folks might understand you by and by. Just move on toward your destination. Though you may find from time to time complication. Just move on.
Temperature with Sean Paul. So now I would find the vocals on Temperature.
The girl them skill out, some give it to her.
And I will use my stems here to just play vocals.
Girls, 5,040,000 naughty. Baby girl, I'm a girl, Sandapal, say, well,
Into the squeeze of
Then maybe remove the vocals over here.
Sandapal say, well, on the way the time cold, I wanna be keeping you warm. Sandapal say, well,
We'll find the right place to start it.
well, on the way the time cold, I wanna be keeping you warm. Well, on the way the time cold, I wanna be keeping you warm. I got the right temperature for shelter you from the storm. Hold on, girl, I got the right tactics to turn you on. And girl, I wanna be the papa, you can be the mom.
Maybe we should try this one.
start. Just shoot. Just shoot for the. Just shoot for.
Maybe use those different effects so that it makes more sense. They fit better together on the echo stuff you're doing. So like echo when this is going in and out. And just have a feeling about it.
You wanted control, so waited. I put on a show. Now I'm naked. Say I'm a kid. My ego is big. I don't give a shit. And tell me about it. 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 Tell me
That's fun, right? So yeah, a little bit to Emilia there. First shizzle feels stuck in certain BPMs sometimes. Want to switch the vibe if needed. First shizzle, that's a really good one. Because nowadays, especially when it happened, Alanikong, thank you for subbing 38 months. This is Ramble Everything, thank you 100. So, back in the days, we played with CDs, we played with vinyl, and we had a lot of fun with that. We remembered the tempos, we put it on the covers, but we were like, this was about how we found the songs, right? Then 2009, this exact player came out. I bought it the day it came out in September 2009. Still works, by the way. Poorly, but works. And this one here is the first player ever to play USB stick and not CDs anymore. Meaning, when you had new music on this player, and ever since, you can just sort it by tempo. And that's what you do when you mix. You normally sort by tempo, start mixing. You may have a folder with only this and that kind of music, sort it by tempo, start mixing. And then suddenly, you find out, I'm doing the same mixes again and again because I'm stuck into this rhythm of just sorting by tempo all the time. So you really need to check the floor, check your inner vibe, and like, okay, now we need a switch up. Now we've been here for too long. And then go away from, you may have moved from 126 to 127 in 2 hours. Time to do something. Play a song which are 80 in tempo or so. Start it all over, or take it even up again. Let me show you an example how you can also go down tempo and still have a cool effect. I'm gonna do that right now. What you're gonna do when you do that big tempo switch is you're gonna find banger of bangers. You can't go from a good song high tempo to a bad low tempo song. But if you go to a banger everybody loves, you can always go down tempo. You might even let the floor be quiet for 2 seconds if you got the nuts for it. And you're gonna do like this. And you're gonna enjoy a screaming crowd. I promise you.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at
Digital T, thank you for writing in. Welcome.
'cause I've been blasting.
I'm Janus from Denmark. I'm a DJ
My mama thinks
playing for many, many years now. But today, a very special stream. QnA, ask me anything about DJing.
you know that's unheard of. You better watch how you're talking and where you
So yeah, don't feel stuck too long in certain tempos. Do some mix-ups.
really.
But of course, if you are hired to play a tech house party, only tech house, that's what you're gonna do. You're not gonna change that tempo that much on the night.
Saying prayers in the street light. Been spending most of their lives living in the gangster's paradise. Been spending most of their lives living in
Marcus asking for my top 10 favorite house songs. Marcus, I can't tell you. Changes all the time, and I got 2 mixes on Mixcloud. 2 mixes called Club Classics. Those are my favorite 40, 50
they got me
house songs from the 90s.
normal.
There are 80s, 90s, and 2000s in those mixes. Those are my all-time favorite house tunes.
Much television watching got me chasing dreams. I'm an educated fool with money on my mind. Got my 10 in my hand and a gleam in my eye. I'm a low out gangster, set tripping banker. And my homies is down, so don't arouse my anger. Fool.
So Pappy Player asking the classic question, and no question
What can I say?
is dumb here. You can ask anything, and of course a question, and we get all the time as a DJ, is where do you find your 80s, 90s music? Me personally, I bought them on vinyl and on CD back in the day, and then I ripped the songs after starting to use digital software. So I actually have all my oldie songs on real vinyl or real CDs. But of course you can't do that if you're starting now. So you're gonna go to iTunes, you're gonna go to Beatport, you're gonna go to QnA, you're gonna go to all the different places where you can buy music, and you're gonna find the music you want and check it out, listen first and buy. So how do I find 90s music? I was born in 2005. Then you have to go like through Google search, find Billboard Dance Chart 1998, and then use 2 weeks on 98 and find other charts from 98, find TV shows, understand 98. And then you're going to take 1 year at a time. I've been DJing for 14 years when I moved to London and continued full-time DJing in London. And in London there was so much more challenges because here in Denmark it's almost mainstream all over the place. So in London I was very lucky and fortunate, we can talk about that later, how I got into like high-class gigs. But I got a high-class gig, some very, very rich people, very good money, but I was only allowed to play 50s music that night. So I used 3 weeks times maybe 3 weeks where I used maybe 20 hours a week, 60 hours, to just go deeper into the 50s. I knew a lot of 50s already, even though I was born in 79, but just digging in, going deeper, understanding better, and trying, for example, to Google 50 samples used in new songs, so I can find like songs that they might even have heard before, even though they're not from the 50s, but using samples. Google, and just go crazy on knowing music. But that is actually what DJing is all about, right? Knowing a lot about music and getting to know music. Okay, that's the thing about buying the music. So yeah, if you don't know what to buy, you need to like dig into the crates and understand that. And you can buy it on all the different medias. I bought all my songs on CD and vinyl. Some I bought first vinyl, then CD, because better sound quality, easier to use at the club back then. Yeah, better sound quality. I know what you're going to say. Not today. Anyways, so I bought it again on CD. And then it came, I started to rip my CDs, but maybe they were too scratched to get ripped. Then I might have bought them once again on iTunes. And when I started on Twitch 4 years ago, I bought them once again as MP4 files, as video files. So a single song I might have bought 4 times, or even if I used it a lot on vinyl in the 90s as a DJ, you can buy the same vinyl 3 times because it gets scratched and it gets worn out. So you can buy a song many times, one single song. And yeah, that's what it is. Trampe, he asked me to give him a playlist, so got the correct feel. Yeah, Trampe, I think you're good there on the wedding. If you guys sharing a little bit of a playlist, that could be cool. Disassemble everything, asking, do you use stems? Hello. Yeah, I use stems when I do streams. I don't use it on the real live gigs yet. If I do, I only do like big corporate events and festivals at the moment. If I do gigs, and I have a lot of stuff prepared, and I use real acapellas that are sounding better than Recordbox sadly can do with the stems right now. So I use stems on stream. It doesn't sound perfect yet, but I'm using it to get the hang of it, and so I'm ready when the stems sounds even better. And if you don't know what stems is, I can show you here. This is a loop. Just the same and the same, right? So right here is my channels for the music. We talked about high, mid, and low. But these 3 over here I assigned to stems. So we got drums, we got vocals, and we got the rest. So now it's only drums. Now it's only a cappella, a vocal. Now it's anything else. And this stem has been a thing for many years, but first now like really people are starting to use it. And I use it a lot. I love mixing with stems. It makes it so fun. When I started mixing in the 90s, I was like, couldn't it just be so freaking cool if we could separate the audios so we had the vocals for free, for example. That was like a thought we all had back then, and now you can actually do it. It's super cool. So Dupex's asking, is it right that people, have I heard right that people are right now holding a little bit back on their money and don't use private DJs as much anymore as they used to? To be honest, I would not know, but I know clubs are closing all over the world and DJs are not having more in salary than we did 20 years ago. It's not like DJ salaries has followed the economics of the world. We still get the same for a club gig as I did back in 2000, now in 2024. Meaning I get less because expenses are higher nowadays, right? So there is definitely that problem that people don't want to pay DJs. Also nowadays, some people that want to play a big gig in Ibiza, for example, they pay. So if I want that Ibiza gig, I just give them 5,000 euro and I can come play. What? That's crazy, what? So this stuff is happening and DJs are being... The competition is so hard nowadays, right? First of all, you need to release music. A lot of people releasing music are having fake numbers on the songs, so they have like 1 million plays. Nobody ever heard the song. Nobody ever played the song. You never saw the song on a DJ's playlist. But they bought into the pools. They bought all the money getting their song out there. And now they're also buying their way into different stages to play different gigs. And they also buy promotion on Facebook and Instagram and blue tick, even though they have 4,000 followers. It's all a big game, and you need to know how to do it. And being a DJ nowadays can be a costly affair if you want to be a DJ that kind of way. It's totally up to you. The only way, though, we can get higher DJ salaries is to say no to that shit. It's pretty simple, and I can understand we cannot get anybody to say no to it because 20 years ago, I also was like, if somebody asked me, can you play this gig? There's going to be 2,000 people. You can drink all you want, but we don't have any salary for you. I was like, yeah, fuck yeah. I'm 22. I want to freaking party. I want to play the big crowd. I want to get drunk. I want to get laid. Yeah, I'll do that. So I did stuff like that myself. I did, though, never, ever pay anything to get a chance to play. I think that is totally ridiculous in my mind. So, yeah, a little bit about about that question there. Where's my mouse? Where's my mouse?